You don't know how much it annoys me every time I see people underestimating Osamu and his ability to outsmart his opponents. He's done it time and time again, and he's proven himself, but people still like to shit on Osamu. Like these higher up B-rank class teams right now, what we saw in the middle half of this episode, looking down on Osamu saying like, oh, he's a piece of shit, the only person that's really important on their team is their ace, Kuga, and even Chica, she's not really that important because she cannot really target people, so that was hinting at a possible issue with her in the future. But before I even get into that, I just gotta talk about Osamu. Once again, people shitting on Osamu, even though he has proven he does have good tactics. Now, here was what this dude was doing to justify why he was saying this about Osamu. He was saying Osamu is the type of person to be able to lead. Like, he's a leader, but he cannot fight. Which kind of pisses me off a little bit, because even though Osamu, he isn't the best fighter, he's not Kuga status to where he could go off and just wreck people's faces and just face roll them. He can't do that shit. But Osamu knows he's weak. He realizes he's weak, and he uses this to his advantage. He uses these people of how they think he's weak, and he uses that, and then he crushes them because they don't think he is worth jack shit. That's kind of what happened in Nasu Squad. For instance, they thought that Osamu wasn't that good of a fighter or a tactician, but he proved them wrong by wrecking their fucking face. Like, they didn't even want to target him, they wanted to target Kuga and Chica, and they didn't even worry about him at all. Even though he's looked down upon, it allows it to where Osamu can showcase his abilities a lot more, to where he is a great fighter, and he uses different advantages that are given him. For instance, never underestimate your opponent. So now that I've got that out of the way, and gotten that little dialogue out of the way, there was some hints that Chica is going to have some issues in the future when it comes to real opponents, or even opponents in the future when it comes to these rank war matches. Chica cannot aim at people. Like, she will not target a human being. That's what we found out. Like, it was hinting at with the dialogue that Chica will not attack someone. Like, if, let's say I was a part of the rank war and I was there, like, right across, and Chica had a good shot at me and she could shoot me down, she wouldn't do it because she can't shoot people. So she has that type of weakness to where she can't really move or get past shooting a living person. Even though they can bail out and they're fine, she still doesn't like shooting a person. So right now, that's kind of like a issue Chica needs to overcome and needs to be tackled, because I don't even think Kuga or even Osamu realize that Chica has that weakness after really thinking about it, because it was the first time it was really ever mentioned was in this episode. So I can't wait to see where the development of that's going to be taking place with Chica in the future, but I highly doubt that's going to be kind of used in this season of World Trigger, because, I mean, World Trigger is about to end in about 3 episodes. This is episode 47, so there's no way in fact that they're going to be able to tackle that character development for Chica in this season unless there is an announcement for more episodes. But we do have an anime original coming out, so that is another good possibility. But moving on to other things, the first half is kind of a recap. Like, majority or half of the episode is a recap of finding out how the battle was. Like, you know, who did what, who was better at what, and kind of what could some of them have done better. That's kind of what the first half of the episode was. It was a recap on what was going on, so in a sense, you could consider half of this episode filler. Even though it had commentary on it and it had new dialogue, it still, you could consider it filler. So there's not really much importance, so to say, besides, you know, individual people realizing the flaws or some of the things they can work on to get a lot better in upcoming matches. And that's kind of the only main thing you really need to actually grasp from the first half of the episode. And that's about it. I mean, World Trigger, sad to see it's about to come to an end in just a couple of weeks, but at least we have an anime original series coming out very soon. I can't wait to see how that's going to be. I mean, yeah, I don't know much about this anime original World Trigger coming out in a couple weeks. I wonder how the plot exactly is going to be. But anyways, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.